Congratulations to my 2 dads. And I'm so thankful to have y'all in my life. And
In the case of SZA, she's blamed you and the label for her project not coming out.
Yeah.
He said, yeah.
Laughing already.
Yeah.
don't laugh at me.
Just wanted to clear the air on this situation here. It was reported 20 minutes ago that SZA and manager Punch appeared to have parted ways after she unfollowed him on Instagram, and he removed I Manage SZA from his ex Twitter bio. Now you can see here, this is Punch TDE. This is his Twitter account. No longer has that in his bio. That was the only thing in his bio was just I Manage SZA, and it appears that he took it off, as well as SZA unfollowing him on Instagram. From what you can see here on this picture, people speculated that there could have been an issue because SZA had posted this. Who's the messiest person you know? And then she circled a man, but
he's just standing there, menacingly.
This is all just speculation. She could have been talking about something else. But the real reason why people think that there was an issue was because of a long time ago, when TDE Punch responds to SZA's claims that he's holding up her album. This was a while back. This was an interview that he did with Matt Hoffa. Shout out Matt Hoffa on My Expert Opinion podcast. He started off by saying, I respect fans that demanded because it was obvious something was said that touched their lives to where they want it that bad. Punch said, I mean, it can go overboard with certain people, but at the end of the day, you know what's the motivation. That naturally led a conversation about SZA, who in July said wanted to drop her Control follow-up this summer, but that Punch wouldn't allow it. You got to understand the context and how you have to know the person. Punch said, you have to know how something was said. If it was lighthearted, if it was serious, like what it was. If she's responding to somebody and saying, you got to ask Punch, you can take a gang of different ways based on your position. He continued, and you only get so many characters when you're tweeting, and people get a whole story and run with it. What I always like to ask is, what do I gain from not putting the album out? 2022, actually 2 years ago, where they had an issue releasing the album. SZA wanted to drop the album, but she said, you got to ask Punch. This is when this first started becoming a conversation if her and Punch had some differences. But just because you have differences between your manager and the artist doesn't mean that you have like a full-fledged beef. You know, you can already see the narrative out there on Academics TV, on Academics trying to say that TDE has beef within itself. That's not the case, right? This is just an artist and a manager at one point having a difference, and now people want to look at it like there's some.
Me personally, I don't think there's no beef inside the camp, whatever. Punch, he probably just want to make the right decisions, like business move for like when the album drops, whatever. And he even said it. He even told I'm pretty sure they had a conversation. He was like, "Yes, she knew." I'm gonna play the clip where he was like, "Yes, she knew that we like he be holding the album back for the right timing. You know what I mean? Everything be timing, but I think the fans be pressuring her. You know what I mean? Like they being impatient. Like when she's gonna drop it, drop some more music. You know what I mean? And it probably gets to her head. You know what I mean? She just gonna throw them on the bus, you feel what I'm saying? And I don't know, that's all I'm saying. But for them, like, yeah, I don't think that's serious. Like, when that situation with how Wayne and Cash Money Birdman, like, they was going at it first. And, few months down the line, or years, whatever, you end up seeing them collab together, like, you know, being spotted out in public. You feel what I'm saying? It just, I don't know. Tell what y'all think down in the comment section below. I want to know, like, this shit right here crazy though.
Like there's some type of beef when there isn't no beef at all. And SZA had already responded to these claims. SZA on here saying nothing to celebrate, the end of an era. I wish him the best, whatever his choices may be. Now, you see, I don't think that this is as serious as people think it is. I think they probably just had some differences in the past. I think now she's just moving forward. I don't think it's nothing deep. I don't think it's something deep at all. I just think that this is something that people are going to spin, though. Like if it is something major, like if there's issues within the label, I don't think it's any of that. I don't think it's any of that at all. So obviously, SZA is wishing Punch the best. She's not saying anything bad about Punch. She never really said anything bad about Punch to begin with, even back in 2022, where all these speculations and rumors about their relationship not being the best had started coming from. I don't think anybody would actually sit here and tell you that SZA has problems with Punch. I don't think that's the case. But there is going to be a narrative online after the fact that people are going to try to run with. Realistically, I think their run just ended, and now she's looking forward to whatever she got coming up in the near future, whatever the case may be. At the end of the day, SZA is still TDE. Punch is still TDE. They did what they can to stay at the top no matter what. Her and Kendrick are battling for the #1 spot. That's just the case, bro. That's just what it is. Online, you might see a different narrative, but we'll wait to see what happens in the near future. Whatever SZA says, if she decides to speak.
Speaking of Kendra, do y'all think that this gonna affect them for going on tour? Like her and Kendra Lamar, her and TDE Punch going at it. If she's serious about it, cause that, like I said, like this ain't the first time like they, excuse me, like had these problems with her. You feel what I'm saying? I don't know. Like,
In the case of SZA, she's blamed you and the label for her project not coming out.
Yeah.
You said,
You're
yeah.
laughing already.
Yeah.
You know what? It's like I said in another interview that I did, but you gotta understand the context, and you have to know the person. You have to know how something was said, if it was lighthearted, if it was serious, like what it was.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like if she's responding to somebody and say, "You gotta ask Punch," you could take that a gang of different ways based on your disposition.
Right.
You know what I mean? You could take that as beef or as issues.
Right.
I don't know what's going on. You gotta ask him. Like it's a lot to it. And then you only get so many characters when you're tweeting, and people get a whole story and run with it. But like, what I always like to ask is, what do I gain from not putting the album out?
Well, could there be a reason?
What?
Because you're not telling. What is it? How did she mean it? And is there a reason that, like, what's the reason that it hasn't come out?
Remember, one of the main things that kicked this off, right? We was dropping the Hit Different record. You know what I mean? And
I like that record.
Ty Dolla $ign was on the hook, but Ty had just dropped his single. So they called and asked, could we wait for a week just to give him some run on what he was doing before we put ours out?
Right.
So I'm like, all right, yeah, we can do that. So I held the song back for a week, and it was taken as I'm holding albums back.
And that was that?
Yeah, right. So we go from there and it snowballs.
Right.
So the fans see it and they only see the small print. And it's like, oh, he holding albums back, this and that.
Did you tell her you were going to do that?
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, so she knew. She knew
Yeah.
why you didn't.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh.
Well, first, that single came out, and I was still alive.
Yeah, that's true. Take time to make an album. You know what my man just said when he was called Nip. You know what I'm saying? Life happens, things happen. You gotta, it's a lot to figure out.
Right.
But you gotta understand too that I'm gonna take these shots so the artist can have peace and get out what they need to get out. You know what I'm saying? I'm not.
Read between the lines.
No,
You got
not
to
even.
read between.
what record label company y'all think, like, or business manager, like, who she hired next? Let me know down in the comment section below.
Congratulations to my 2 dads, and I'm so thankful to have y'all in my life, and you deserve it all, and I guess we have more stuff to do together, more things to build, but y'all are iconic without me, and I'm blessed to know you, so congratulations.
There you have it, folks. Like, a family. It's just like shit. I know you and your family sometimes y'all get into it, you know what I mean? And then they, just love, you feel what I'm saying? And as you see, they just more than their business partners. She called them daddy. You feel what I'm saying? She say y'all deserve it, daddy. No dick.
Man, you doing it, man. You deserve it, daddy. You putting in that work. Proud of you. I love you. Yeah.
But shit, you see what I'm saying? I think they read something out. They family, man. Outside the business shit. I'm gonna wrap up the video right there, man. Like I said, they'll get together. I see y'all next with peace.